Speaking of the Globe, did you see Gary Mason's column on the weekend comparing your campaign with one 24 years ago when Bill Vander Zalm jumped into campaign against then unpopular Premier Bill Bennett and won the leadership of the Social Credit Party?
Yeah, well, I'm not running against Gordon Campbell, that's for sure. I mean, I think Gordon Campbell has left British Columbia with an incredibly strong legacy in terms of the economy and lowest taxes, best performing economy. Just a great legacy. And I'd way rather be taken over from him than have to do what he did and take over from the NDP. But there's no question I'm an outsider in this race. And I think people...
How can you be an outsider? You sat in the Gordon Campbell cabinet, for God's sake.
I sat in the Gordon Campbell cabinet for the first term, but I've been out for 4.5 years, Bill. I've been listening to people. I think there's something about having been outside the cocoon in Victoria that makes me different. I mean, I do have a different view of a lot of these things because I've been out there talking to people across the province, not as a politician, but in many ways, I hope, as kind of a friend. I mean, I think of our listeners here as kind of as a second family. So maybe as that, that annoying mother-in-law.
If you win this thing, can you be more inclusive? Can you bring your cabinet together and be much less of a one-person band than Mr. Campbell has been? And I don't say it critically. I mean, he kept the party together for 17 years, but it was his undoing, I think, in the end.
As I said at the beginning, one of the things I want to do is I want to include the cabinet in a very real way, allow them to bring their imagination to the table. I don't think anyone's served when we try and shut people down and maybe ask them to do less than they might otherwise be able to do. And we should do that with the caucus, too. Let their clear voices ring out on the issues of the day. Let them bring it to the legislature. Let us disagree sometime in public. There's nothing wrong with that. And we should do that with our political party, too.